When I think about chilling and relaxing, the very first thing that comes to mind is something that I actually do on a daily basis, which is meditation. Other things that I like to do, baking. I like to cook, spend time in nature. I like hanging out with my pets, and I like going out for walks on a normal day, but we're a bit restricted at the moment, so I'm staying at home. I'm still making the most out of it. And in today's society, I think it's really important for us to take time for ourselves to unwind, to chill and relax, as you say, because everything is focused on, being bigger, better, best all the time. So we're always doing things instead of sitting back and looking at things from a different perspective and gaining a little bit more clarity on what we should actually be taking action on. So COVID-19 is the name given to the disease which is associated with the virus SARS-CoV-2. It's a new strain that has never been detected in humans before, and it is causing a lot of problems. It's causing havoc, it's causing a global pandemic worldwide, and it's infecting more than 2 million people, as well with 140,000 deaths. So it's much more than just the normal flu, and the way it's being transmitted is via respiratory droplets, so sneezing, coughing, and people being in close proximity about 1 meter apart. Also, these droplets can land on surfaces, which then if someone touches the surface and touches their eyes, nose, and mouth, they can become infected by the virus. In the majority of people, it causes only mild symptoms, but in a small percentage, especially those with other illnesses and comorbidities, it can proceed to viral pneumonia, multi-organ failure, and death. So it goes without saying, especially during these times, the more healthy the immune system is, the less likely you will be to succumb to something like COVID-19. And there are numerous ways of boosting your immune system. Obviously, the most obvious is nutrition, so eating healthy food, lots of fresh fruit, vegetables, and herbs. In fact, some herbs have antibacterial and antiviral properties. Fruits such as papaya and berries and guava are high in antioxidants and vitamin C. Vegetables like spinach, broccoli, anything nice and leafy and green, as well as pumpkins, which are full of vitamin C, antioxidants, and beta-carotene. Ginger, garlic, turmeric, also very important. And I don't know about you, but I love my soups and bone broths and stews. And for me, that is very important for immunity, especially when it comes to boosting gut health as well. Hydration is also something that's very important. So we tend to forget to drink water, and we tend to be reaching for the caffeine, the coffees and teas a lot of the times. And remember, for every cup of caffeine that you have, you need 2 glasses of water to replenish the hydration in the body. Remember, hydration is essential for us to be able to detoxify well. The other things that we also need to remember to do are to exercise, to stretch, because I think during this time, a lot of us are working from home, and we're working in certain positions on desks and couches and sofas that are really not conducive to long hours of computer work. So I've been getting a lot of calls from clients about back pain and slip discs and shoulders acting up and things like that. So I think we really need to take time out to stretch our bodies a little bit, to get out of those positions. And if you can, make your desk a little bit more conducive to the work that you're doing. Making sure that you're sitting straight and you're not slouching and your body's not falling forward, and also that you're not crossing your legs all the time, or you don't have your knees higher than your hips. That can also help with back pain. But moving on to things that help boost your immune system, last but definitely not least on my list would be sleep. Sleep is very important, and it is a growing problem these days, especially during these times of anxiety and instability. The mind is always going and the stress builds up. You find it really difficult to sleep. So a couple of tips: 2 hours before going to bed, make sure you don't have any blue screen time. In your bedroom, try and reduce the lighting as much as possible. So if possible, have it pitch black, because light obviously is something that reduces the production of melatonin, which helps you sleep at night. I personally like to read a good book first to just calm myself down. and then turn off the lights, have a little drop of lavender essential oil on my pillow, and off I go till the next morning. Yes, I mentioned the importance of incorporating herbs into our daily diet because of their immune boosting properties, and the same goes for essential oils. Many of these oils are in fact derived from these herbs. When it comes to using essential oils to boost our immune system, there are many ways that we can go about it. Some essential oils have a direct action on the immune system by increasing white blood cell activity. In 2009, Carrasco et al. Showed that when mice were fed clove essential oil, their white blood cell activity increased. In 2018, Duarte et al. Showed that eucalyptus oil can increase phagocytic activity. And there are also numerous studies showing that frankincense is an immunostimulant, that citrus oil can help rebalance the immune system, and rosemary acts as an anti-inflammatory by reducing inflammatory markers. There are also many essential oils that in themselves are antivirals, for example, tea tree, cinnamon, thyme, and lemon. Apart from looking for specific essential oils to help kill off bacteria and viruses and to help boost our immune systems, we should not forget that these essential oils can also play a huge role in little areas of our life which can help boost our immune systems. For example, using lavender to get a better quality of sleep, geranium to balance out our hormones, chamomile to reduce stress and anxiety. All these little pieces of the puzzle will come together to build a robust and healthy immune system. Climate in our current situation, it is absolutely crucial for us to be sanitizing. Our first option should be to be using soap and water to wash our hands because this is backed by numerous publications and papers saying that soap and water is actually more effective than using hand sanitizers. But obviously, if we're out and about and we don't have access to running water, then yes, we can use hand sanitizers. So can over-sanitizing and over-washing and over-cleaning have a long-term detrimental effect on our health? The evidence is yes, it can. And this is because what's happening when you overwash and over-cleanse, especially with harsh products, harsh chemical products, is that you disrupt the very delicate balance of the skin microbiome. Now, we're all so used to hearing about the gut microbiome, about all the bugs that live in our gut, and how our gut then influences everything that happens in our body, from mental health to the production of vitamins and neurotransmitters, and obviously our immune response, the health of our immune system. And we know now that the gut communicates with the brain via what's called the gut-brain axis, it's the communication pathway. But now we also know that the skin communicates with the gut via what's called the skin-gut axis. And in Ayurvedic medicine as well as traditional Chinese medicine, it is well known that the skin health is a reflection of the gut health. And this is perhaps down to that communication pathway. So yes, overwashing and over-sanitizing can have the effect of disrupting the skin microbiome balance, and it leads to the bad pathogenic bacteria then overpopulating and causing problems. And it can also lead to rashes, dermatitis, allergies, and even acne. In fact, I remember when I was in the hospitals, we used to wash our hands multiple times, more than 10 times a day. And we used a lot of hand gels, hand sanitizing gels. And a lot of us ended up developing rashes and dermatitis, and especially allergies to things like latex, because we used to use a lot of gloves in the hospitals. So this disruption and imbalance to the skin microbiome can then cause an imbalance in the gut microbiome, which can then lead to overall detrimental health effects in the long run. So as much as possible, we can't stay away from hand washing at this point in time, but we should try as much as possible to reduce the amount of chemicals and harsh products that we put in our skin. So if you can, try and choose products that are pure and natural and have the least amount of chemicals in them.